Instantly remove backgrounds with this free AI, perfect edges, the digital magic wand we've all been waiting for. Remember the days? You finally snapped that perfect photo of your cat, Mr. Whiskers, mid-yawn majestic, hilarious, utterly frame-worthy. Except, there's Aunt Mildred's questionable floral sofa swallowing him whole in the background. Or maybe you meticulously crafted a product shot for your Etsy store, only to realize the cluttered garage shelf behind your hand-carved hummingbird feeder screams, budget home operation, not artisanal luxury. Your heart sinks. You know the drill. Fire up Photoshop, or its free, slightly temperamental cousin. Brace yourself for the pixel hunt, and prepare to lose hours of your life meticulously tracing around every single tiny, infuriating hair or feather with a tool that seems to have a personal vendetta against smooth curves. Welcome to Background Removal Purgatory. But hold on to your mouse pads, folks, because the cavalry has arrived in the form of ridiculously smart, often free AI that promises and often delivers perfect edges in seconds. This isn't just an upgrade. It's a digital revolution, a comedic liberation from the tyranny of the Lasso tool. The Dark Ages, a comedy of cutout errors. Let's paint a picture of the before times, shall we? Imagine yourself, hunched over your laptop at 2 a.m., squinting at a screen. You've chosen the pen tool, the supposed pinnacle of precision. You click. You drag a Bezier handle. You click again. You curse as the path suddenly veers off towards Mr. Whisker's left ear instead of following the subtle gradient of his fur against the sofa. You zoom in. 400%. Now you're navigating a landscape of fuzzy pixels that look more like abstract art than a feline boundary. Is that part of his fur or a rogue thread from Aunt Mildred's cushion? The magic wand? A cruel joke. Click on the beige sofa, and it merrily selects half of Mr. Whisker's tabby stripes too, leaving him looking like a victim of a particularly bad tie-dye experiment. The background eraser? A tool of pure chaos, often erasing chunks of your precious subject with the enthusiasm of a toddler with a real eraser. The results? Oh, they were legendary in a so bad it's funny, later kind of way. The dreaded halo, a ghostly white or gray fringe clinging to your subject like cheap static electricity. Jagged edges that made your product look like it was cut out with kindergarten safety scissors. Hair that appeared helmet-like, or worse, mysteriously missing patches, giving your subject an unintended punk rock vibe. And the time commitment? Removing the background from one decent photo could easily consume an hour, leaving you bleary-eyed, frustrated, and questioning all your life choices that led you to this pixelated hellscape. It was the digital equivalent of trying to solve a Rubik's Cube blindfolded while riding a unicycle. Enter the AI sorcerer, where abracadabra meets algorithm. Then, seemingly out of nowhere, well, actually, out of years of painstaking machine learning research involving millions of images, the AI wizards wave their neural network wands. Tools like Remove.bg, Clipdrop by Stability AI, Adobe Express, Pixlr, Canva's BG Remover, and a host of others burst onto the scene. Their promise was audaciously simple. Upload your image. Click a button. Get a perfect cutout. Instantly, for free, or very cheaply. The first time you use one, it feels less like technology and more like actual witchcraft. You drag your file onto the website. You might nervously sip your coffee, bracing for the familiar struggle. You click Remove Background. A progress bar zips across the screen faster than you can say Bezier curve. And then, there it is. Mr. Whiskers, floating serenely against a beautiful, pristine checkerboard transparency. Every single wispy hair on his ears, the delicate curve of his whiskers, the slightly blurred tip of his tail caught mid-flick. Isolated. Perfect. Edges so sharp you could cut yourself. How does this sorcery work? The non-boring explanation. Okay, let's ditch the wizard robes for a lab coat for just a minute. Don't worry, we'll put them back on. How does this AI achieve what took humans hours in mere seconds? 1. Massive brain training. Imagine showing a super smart toddler, a very fast one, billions and billions of pictures. This is a person, this is a dog, this is a toaster, this is the background. Over and over. The AI, specifically using deep learning models like convolutional neural networks, CNNs, learns to recognize patterns, textures, shapes, and contextual clues that typically define a foreground subject versus its background. It learns what fur looks like, what human skin tones are, how hair flows, how products often have hard edges, and how backgrounds tend to be less detailed or differently textured. 2. Pixel prophecy. When you upload your image, the AI doesn't trace like a human. Instead, it analyzes every single pixel. For each pixel, it asks, based on everything I've learned from those billions of images and the pixels surrounding this one, what's the probability this belongs to the foreground subject? It's making millions of tiny predictions simultaneously. 3. Edge enlightenment. This is where the perfect edges magic really happens. The AI isn't just guessing whole chunks, it's hyper-focused on the boundaries. It understands complex transitions, the subtle fade of fur into air, the intricate gaps between strands of hair, the fine edge of a leaf against a bright sky. It uses sophisticated techniques to precisely define where the subject ends and the background begins, often down to a fraction of a pixel. It's like having a million microscopic ninjas with perfect scissors skills working in perfect unison. 4. Instant output. Having made all these lightning-fast predictions, the AI generates a transparency mask, the alpha channel. Essentially a map showing exactly which pixels are your subject, visible, and which are background, transparent. It then outputs your image with that crisp, isolated subject. Poof, background gone. The perfect edges promise, hype or holy grail. Let's be real. Is it always 100% flawless, especially on the free tiers? Well, sometimes the AI gets a bit overexcited. It might misinterpret complex scenes. A subject holding a thin, transparent glass? The glass might partially vanish. Extremely busy backgrounds with colors similar to the subject might confuse the poor AI brain. Struggle with super fine details. While hair is generally handled astonishingly well, extremely fine, wispy hair against a similarly colored background might get a tiny bit choppy. Think of flyaway hairs on a windy day against a cloudy sky. Get fooled by shadows or reflections. Sometimes, a strong shadow cast by the subject or a reflection in the subject, like sunglasses, might get partially removed or incorrectly included. But, and this is a huge but, even when it's not absolutely perfect, it gets you 90 to 95% of the way there in seconds. What used to take an hour of meticulous manual labor now takes 10 seconds plus maybe 30 to 60 seconds of quick touch-up with a simple brush tool within the same AI platform. Compared to the dark ages, it's still a monumental, laugh-out-loud victory. And for the vast majority of everyday images, people, pets, products, objects, the results are genuinely impressive and more than sufficient for social media, web use, basic design, and even some professional applications. The comedic liberation. What can you actually do with this power? This is where the fun truly begins. Free, Instant background removal isn't just a productivity tool. It's a catalyst for unbridled and often hilarious creativity. 1. Rescue imperfect photos. Aunt Mildred's sofa? Gone. Replace it with the Eiffel Tower, a tropical beach, or the surface of Mars. Mr. Whiskers deserves only the best backdrops. That cluttered garage shelf? Vanished. Plop your hummingbird feeder onto a pristine white background or nestled artistically in a virtual garden. 2. Become a meme lord/lady. Isolate your friend's perfectly timed expression of shock and superimpose them onto the Titanic deck, fleeing from Godzilla or accepting a fake Nobel Prize. The meme potential is infinite and effortlessly achieved. No more struggling to cut out that hilarious reaction face. 3. Create professional presentations and marketing materials. Need a clean product shot for your website, brochure, a social media ad. Done in seconds. Want to create a collage of team members against a consistent branded background? Easy peasy. The AI ensures everyone looks professionally cut out, not like they were glued on by a kindergartner. 4. Design like a lazy pro. Quickly mock up t-shirt designs by isolating graphics. Create composite images for blog posts or articles without needing a design degree. Experiment with different backgrounds for your artwork or photography portfolio. Design social media banners with layered elements in minutes, not hours. 5. The pure, unadulterated silly. This is the true comedic gold. Put your dog's head on a Renaissance painting. Make your cat pilot a spaceship. See how your coffee mug looks atop Mount Everest. Create evidence of your unlikely encounter with a celebrity or a dinosaur. Send your boss floating serenely in the cosmic void. Use internally with caution. The barrier to absurd, delightful digital art is virtually non-existent. It's pure, accessible digital play. Choosing your AI wand. A quick rundown. While many tools exist, here's a snapshot of popular free options known for great edges. Remove.bg, the granddaddy, still incredibly reliable and fast. Free for standard res, perfect for most web/social needs. Paid tiers for higher res/higher volume. Clipdrop by Stability AI. Powerful, often produces fantastic results, especially with hair. Free tier available with limits. Adobe Express. Integrates beautifully with other Adobe tools if you use them. Excellent quality, generous free tier. Pixlr, a full-featured online editor with a very competent free background remover built in. Canva. If you design in Canva anyway, their built-in BG remover is super convenient and works well within the platform. Photop, a free browser-based Photoshop clone with a surprisingly good Remove.bg button powered by AI. The future is transparent and hilarious. The advent of free, instant, high-quality AI background removal with near-perfect edges is more than just a neat trick. It's a democratization of a skill that was once tedious, time-consuming, and required significant expertise. It's removed a major friction point in digital creativity. It's turned frustration into fun, complexity into comedy. Sure, the AI might occasionally mistake your hand for a background element or get slightly confused by a particularly chaotic scene, leading to results that are unintentionally comedic themselves. A floating head with a mysterious chunk of background still attached. Comedy gold. But these are minor hiccups in a landscape transformed. So embrace the magic wand. Upload that photo. Click the button. Watch the background vanish. Giggle at the absurd perfection. Place Mr. Whiskers on the moon. Put your face on a potato. Design that flyer in record time. The power to instantly isolate your world with edges so sharp that could slice through the digital drudgery of the past is literally at your fingertips. It's fast, it's free, mostly it's phenomenally effective, and yes, it's downright funny how easy it has become. The era of pixel purgatory is over. Welcome to the age of instant, perfect, and often hilarious background liberation. Now, go forth and create, or just make your cat an astronaut. If you found this video informative, please like and subscribe. It will really help this channel out. Thank you for watching. Stay tuned for more informative videos coming.